Welcome back, Stasa23 here, back again with some knife therapy. Today I have a fun one for y'all, a good knife therapy session. Got this idea from Jake over at Bearded Gear Reviews. Definitely go check out his channel, good guy, and gives nice, thorough reviews. So today I am going to give you my top 35 knives in my collection. I'm going to dwindle it down to the top 10, and we'll see if we can go further than that, depending on how much time, and I don't want this to be an hour-long video. So if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down will work as well, so I know not to do it anymore. And there's some knives off the screen. I will push them together, as I start weeding them out. All these knives, just because I'm weeding them out, doesn't mean I don't love them. I don't want to sell them. None of them at this point in this shot, but I will have a knife sale pretty soon. So let's get started. This was very tough to even pick out, my favorite. These are the ones that I reach for the most, I enjoy using the most, most comfortable to deploy, comfortable in hand for me. Some of them are because I love the performance of the grinds, the action, the quality. And these are all top-notch knives. So let's get started. Let's see, which one is going to go first? Oh, man, this is tough. I would say we're going to go with the Sebenza 21 large. This is a Doppler. Mainly, the only reason this one's going to go first is because I tend to carry my small Sebenzas more than this large one. So, that one's off. Alrighty, let's see. Who's next? Got one off screen that can go. And that one, I haven't done a video of this one yet. This is my Zeba S5 Mini. Very cool knife. Love the design. For me, the only reason this one's going next is because that flipper tab is not the most comfortable to flip for me, and it's a pretty thick grind, so I can't keep it on. There's two knocks on it, so the S5 Mini is going. Alrighty, let's see. The next one is going to be another one off screen, and that is the Wee Knives and Snex Mini Buster, or Buster, I think it's the Mini Buster. Beautiful knife, love a lot about it. It's got a great action, and there's two reasons why this one's going to go early. It's because I don't like small flipper tabs. They're harder for me to get a hold of. And this one, the edge bevels are pretty off on it, especially toward the tip. You can see, you can make it all the way down there, but on this side, it I don't know, it disappears, and it didn't come that sharp. So this one is going to go. Alrighty. Let's see what's going to be next. Hopefully y'all enjoy these longer videos. I know some of y'all do. The next one would be the one I just reviewed. That is the Terrain 365 and Prometheus Design Collabo Invictus AT. Awesome knife, beautiful knife. It's just got, as of right now, it's got a stiffer detent for me to get it open, and it's got a good bit of lock stick on it right now, so we're going to let this one go. Alrighty, this is when it starts to get more and more difficult. The more you put out, the harder it gets. Definitely would love to see more channels doing this, because I like to see what y'all like in knives. Let's see. The next one is going to be the Quiet Carry Drifter pretty sure that's what this one is. I just put an orange peel finish on this one. I love the knife, nice and thin, lightweight, thin blade stock, good slicer, Van Eyck steel, completely corrosion resistant. But the thumb deployer is a little bit difficult in some of the deploying methods because it's slick from the stone wash. And I also had to modify this to make it comfortable for me. I took some off of the show side scale right here so I get to that lock bar easier. So because I had to do the extra work to it, this one's going to go and still have the waypoint that I carry more. So there we go. Push these on here. Alrighty. Alright, the next one's going to be the Spyderco Spy Opera. I just did a video on this. If you hadn't seen it, check it out. Very classy looking knife. Comfortable in hand. It goes in and out of pocket nice. I like the wire pocket clip, like the back lock. I like all the crown areas on this knife. But for me, I tend to carry this one, you know, if I'm going somewhere dressy, and I have some other ones that beat it out. And mine hasn't been holding the best edge on it. And this back lock gets really sticky a lot of times. So that one's going to go. Alrighty. Wow, this is tough. Put this one on the screen right here. Alrighty. Sorry, I'm taking long. This just gets tougher and tougher. Alright, the next one is going to be the Sharp by Design Void. I think it's a good looking knife. Multiple deployment methods. Good designer. Decently slicey blade. Decently comfortable. There's two reasons why mine, I can't really get it centered, and that's the closest I can get it without making the action terrible. And I could get that fixed because Brian's really, really good about, you know, customer service, or at least in my experience. I just don't seem to carry this one as much as the rest. Alrighty. Let's see. All right. This one is a new one for me, fairly new. This is the Chris Reeve Knives Menundy and Box Elder, I think it is, or Elderborough, one of those, something like that. I've always wanted a Menundy. Excellent knife, and it's a beautiful knife, and it matches my 31 down there. The main reason why this one's going is because I just haven't had enough carry time and use on it to know if it's in that top 10. So this one will go. And while we're at it, we'll pull out the 31 as well. Love this knife. It's, you know, fairly new. I got it this year. I tend to carry my small Inkosi, my small 21 Inkosi more, and this one, because this one's so pretty. This one's, you know, a more dress knife, so this one will go. Let's see. All right, the next will be the SOCOM Elite. Cool knife, stupid smooth, just a tank of a knife. The only reason I'm putting this one out is because it's a little larger than I carry. You know, I don't carry it as often as the rest of these because of the size, and because unfortunately mine must have a softer heat treat on it because mine just doesn't hold an edge that great. I've sharpened it like 6 times already, and it hasn't gotten a whole lot better. So this one will go. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. Alright, the next one is going to be my 3.5 inch XM18 Bowie Hinderer, sorry about that. 20 CV on the tri-way pivot. My sharp dress knives aftermarket scales. I think it's a beautiful knife. It's broken in really well. I tuned the D10 on it. Now I can flip it with my thumb and I can slow roll it, and I think I can even spidey flick it. Yep. So I like it a lot. It's just a heavier knife, and I tend to gravitate toward this one. So the XM 3.5's got to go. Alrighty. While we're on Hinderers, we'll take this one out. This is my Hinderer half track with the Cron regrind on it. Love this one. Comfortable in hand. This isn't on the tri-way, but stupid smooth on those Teflon washers. Definitely don't mind that. This is a slicing demon. Get a lot of joy out of it. Just like I said, I don't grab this one as often as I grab the 3.5 inch XM18. All right. Next one's going to be the Koenig Mini Goblin. Sweet knife, amazing action. Just, you know, all around, Koenig does just some top-notch work. The Arius is another amazing design from him. I don't tend to use this one as much as the rest because it's a good bit thicker behind the edge, or at least mine is. It has a nice hollow grind, so at least that edge won't get thicker really quick after that. But don't carry this one as much as the rest of these. Alrighty. Alright, the next is going to be the Olamic Busker. This one has my transparent knives regrind on there. I love using this one. This one's a fidgeting dream. It's got multiple deployment methods. I love the sounds it makes. Comfortable in my hand. It's a great smaller knife. And it was an okay, decent cutter before the regrind. Now it's a true cutting machine like it should have been at this size. But this one doesn't beat out the rest. Alrighty. The next is going to be my Emerson Mini A100. This one, you know, has a lot of personal attachment and gets a lot of use, mainly because I like it just as a simple tool. This is my go-to user as of late, and especially now that I've made these micarta scales for it. It's just, you know, it's just a good overall good knife. I think the market on these is crazy though. They're just a cult following on these. Nice, simple knife, comfortable to use, and I enjoy it, but it's not beating out the rest. All right, the next will be American Blade Works Model 1V4. I think I got that correct. Nice micarta, love it. Action is super snappy on here. Very useful blade shape. comfortable in hand. I like this knife a lot. I tend to grab this one whenever I got some, when I got to process some boxes or stuff like that. But there's a few of the bigger knives that have beat it out, so that will go too. Let's see how many I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Way too many more to get rid of. This is too hard. I challenge you to do it. If you have a channel, do it. I want y'all to do it and see how hard it is, especially if you got a big collection. I've been collecting knives for 20 plus years, so I've accumulated quite a few. All right, the next will be the Riot Bushido. Beautiful knife. I love that profile of the blade. It's got that quaking style. Love that hand rub. Just a really cool knife. Another one of those, you know, dress style knives. And this, you know, made it as far as it did because, you know, this is one that I carry over, say, the Spy Opera and the Sabenzas a lot of the time just because I like it. That broomstick style handle is comfortable. The action's very, very silky. And I'm not a huge front flipper fan, but the way that they did this one, excellent. So the Bushido, gonna go. Alrighty. Let's see. The next knife to leave will be the Alliance Design Bangarang by Matt Christensen. I like this knife way more than I expect to. I knew aesthetically I liked it. Love that micarta. Love that blade shape. It gets used quite a bit. As you can see, it's getting some character marks on it. Very smooth action. Definitely a go-to, you know, if I want a beefy blade. But I got some that beat it out. Gotta speed this up, but it's only getting harder. Let's see. Oh, I got some tough ones in here. The next one to go will be all right, it's gonna be the Spyderco Spidey Chef. No, Spyderco Swayback. I'm sorry. I think this is a very beautiful knife. Stupid smooth action. I mean, just like the Bowie, but being this one is, you know, in that same realm as the Spyderco Bowie, it's not going to beat out the Bowie for me. So it's going to go bye-bye. I feel like I'm cheating on a wife or betraying my kids. Whew, tough. Whoop. Let me push this up some. Okay. Alrighty. The next one to go is going to be this custom Chuck Gradatus. I think it's the Toucan. It's been getting a lot of carry time here lately, and I love the aesthetics of this knife. I love the thinness of this knife. Really smooth action. I think the only reason I'm getting rid of this one is just because it's not a great slicer because it's kind of thick behind the edge. But other than that, I like a lot about it. Also, that tip, you could touch that tip. It's rather close up there. As you can see, we're right up here. But other than that, really cool knife. The next knife to go is going to be my Strider SNG. Ooh, I love this knife too. Just a super beefy. Look at that blade stock. I love how this one's got that thick blade stock and can be used in that hard use roll. It's got the external stop pins for side to side strength. It's got the integral show side scale of aluminum, so it's going to give you a lot more stability overall. You got frame lock construction, and then this thing is ground down to like 18 thousandths, so it's still a nice cutter. Love it, but for me, I usually carry the PT more, so the SNG is going to go earlier. Okay, am I at least to 10 yet? Oh, man. This is painful. Let's see, how many do I have on here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4 more till I get to 10. This is making me sick. All right, the next one to go is going to be my Shiro Neon Light. Love this one too. It's been around in the collection for quite a while. It's probably one of my smoothest knives in my collection. I don't know. I guess the only reason this one will go is because it's got a small flipper tab, and I don't love that. Still comfortable as can be to flip though. And it is some pants. This can be very tough to get in and out of pocket because that's a very stiff clip. So got to have some nitpicks to get it out. Alrighty. What other 3 knives are going to go to get to that top 10? Oh man, oh man. Let's see. Okay. We'll go with the small 21 in Singo. Only reason this one's going is because I hate their thumb studs. It's a pokey thumb stud. Eventually I'll probably change it out, but I just can't stand it. Some people don't mind it, but my hands are already beat up enough. I don't need a thumb stud tearing up my thumb. But great knife. It's gonna go. Oh, that was tough. Alrighty. 2, 4, 2, 4, 5. So I got 2 more to go. Ugh. Alrighty, these are getting down to nitty gritty. The next one to go is going to be the Malibu. And this is, in the contention to be my favorite knife of 2020. Just stupid fidget friendly. Just cool knife, very comfortable in hand, USA made, gotta love that. Deep carry pocket clip, right hand tip up only, excellent action. And this one gets used quite a bit, as you can see, getting some character scars on it. Only reason I think this one's gonna go, I just think it's a little plain, especially blade. If they would have put a swedge on there, it would have stepped it up another notch. And like a friend of mine, me and him were talking about knives like this, and it's almost like it's lacking a soul. And for me, that swedge would have gave it that soul I'm looking for. Still absolutely love this knife, but I gotta be nitpicky. Alrighty, getting there. One more to the top 10. Oh. um. Hmm. All right. Guess we're gonna go with the fire attack. Man, oh man, I can't believe I'm letting the fire attack go. Only reason I'm gonna say the fire attack, even though God, I love the action on this thing. I like the big blade. It's not super heavy for as big as it is, and you know you can see it's getting some wear on there. Just a very, very classic looking design. Uh, Two reasons, I guess. You know, I carry the XM 3.5 more, and I don't love the thumb disc. It's okay on this one because the detent's not overly sharp or anything, but you know, just being a nitpick there. All right, is that my top 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. That's my top 10. And let's see if I can do this quickly. I'm gonna give you. Yeah, let's go as quick as I possibly can. Um, hmm. Love this custom JG Scout. Probably won't ever leave my collection. I've always loved this ever since the first time I saw this design. Stupid smooth on Teflon. Only reason it's going to go is because I get a lot of enjoyment out of using my knives, and this one is as expensive as these are and as hard as they are to get. I don't want to trash it, but it still gets used, just doesn't get carried as much because of that, or it has a backup on it. So for that reason, put it out. The next one, I'd say the Quiet Carry Waypoint. Love this knife, thin, slicey blade. It's in my running for the best knife of 2020. Completely rust proof, excellent action. Oh man, I don't know. I don't really have a good reason why this one's going, but we gotta get to that spot. We'll have to eliminate the Mayo MTNT, mainly because it's too new. I've used the rest of these a lot more. So even though I love this knife, you know, you got the multiple deployment methods, comfortable, good slicer. It's going to go because of that. And next one is going to be Spyderco Bowie. Excellent knife. I sold my original one and I regret it ever since. And when I was able to pick this one up, I had to jump on it. Love that thwack it makes when you open it. It just thwacks open. Beautiful design. Love that clip point blade. XHP steel. Don't have a good reason. This one's just not the top 5. And all right, the Strider PT. Love this knife. Super slicey blade, stupid smooth. But on this one, I had to change the pocket clip because the other one was a little too strong for me, and we'll get rid of it because of that. Okay, so here's my top 5, and I'm gonna take a mental note of that. The next one to go is going to be the TRM Atom. Love this one because it's a bigger blade and you know, very lightweight. Just swapped back to the carbon fiber just to make it new again. I I do have my Micarta scales for it as well. 20 CV steel, made in America. That's awesome, and it's super smooth. Great EDC knife. TRM Atom. Then there was 4. Alright, the next one that's going to go is going to be my Pena X Series Apache. Love this knife. I think it's super sexy. Excellent action. I get a good bit of use out of this one. Comfortable in hand. It's in that size range that I tend to gravitate toward. But it doesn't beat out these 3. So then there were 3. So from these 3, I'm just going to go first, second, and third. So I think a lot of y'all know which one's my first place knife, and that is going to be the Oz Machine Company Roosevelt. This one checks all the boxes for me. Thin grind, comfortable in hand, sexy. It's a custom. I don't deal with customs a whole lot. Just tend to like my production knives. Action is just so yummy. This one makes a super thwack when opened. Love this knife. His books are currently closed right now, but he will be opening them back up, I think, in January. So if you're interested, get one. So that's number 1. Number 2 would have to be my 3-inch non-flipper XM18. I think it's a spear point. As you can see, it gets a good bit of use on it. And it's just a joy to carry, joy to use. Stupid smooth on that tri-way pivot. And I couldn't buy the 3-inch flipper because that flipper gets in the way. So I couldn't hold it like this. You had to choke up, and choking up was even hard to do. Just an awesome user knife. And there you go. And then number 3, this one is another I don't think you can get these anymore. This is the Richard Rogers OEM Slim, I think it is. M390 blade steel. Oh yeah, that's 20 CV titanium frame, liner lock. Just a very cool, thin, very lightweight knife. That's just super cool. So there you go. There's my top 3. Let me know what y'all think about these. I'll zoom in so you can kind of get a better look at these. Boy, that was so much harder than I expected. Love to see some other channels do this. If you have any questions about any of these knives, I'm not going to list every one of these knives down below. I'm sorry, but if you have a question about a certain one, just let me know where at in the video you saw it, and I will do my best to point you in the right direction if they are available. All right, guys and girls, hope everybody's having an absolute wonderful day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.